Hey, Mom, let's party.
Changing it up.
It's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We're headed into the weekend here from Studio 22, the mothership. Puppet Master Mark driving us into the nether regions of all things deep into the darkness of the blackness of the night. You'll know why momentarily. Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, studying up on abused children. We're going to get into that on a special coming up. How do you dig this stuff up? Like, where did you even, I don't want to give it away, but like, where do you even come up with some of this stuff?
I have a lot of free time.
No, you don't.
So I just try to do things
that is
productively.
not the reason why you come up with this crazy stuff. Apparently, they're abusing kids pretty bad all over the country. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry in order to try to discipline these kids. Now, I got a song on my album called Y'all Shut Up. That the name of the song is Beat That Ass.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe in it, but they're going even to some extremes. Apparently getting kids back in line by using Gestapo Gulag North Korean techniques. Gitmo techniques is big business. We're going to talk about that on another episode soon. Party Foul Steve, did you finally hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube?
I did. Party Foul Nation YouTube's growing.
Look at you.
Crazy yesterday, last few days.
Yeah.
So.
I gained over 3,500 new Twitter followers thanks to the president retweeting me. I told you the president retweeted me, so
I heard that.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
That's no
big deal.
Donnie T reading politicalcowboy.com. I don't even know. We don't push politicalcowboy.com as much. It's starting to come back. We're seeing anywhere between 70 and 90,000 visitors on that website every day who are getting informed on politicalcowboy.com.
Some well-written articles on there.
We got Michael Cantrell, who is a great contributor to that. It was actually his article that got retweeted by the president. And I'm going to start doing. I'm going back to doing a weekly article, probably one or two at least, on the weekends. Because Michael doesn't write on the weekends, but I'm going to start putting some stuff back on politicalcowboy.com. Some of my commentary. You can read it real fast in my voice and pretend I'm in the truck.
You're going to put some pen to paper, huh?
Yeah. I'm a pretty good writer. I'm okay.
Good.
I'm not bad. I get a little descriptive. So, yeah.
I don't think that surprises anybody. I mean, I'm assuming you write the
I'm going to write adult
content.
novels under the pen name of... This show's for children. Welcome to Relatable with Allie Beth Stuckey. How are you, Hottie Newsy?
I'm good.
Good,
I'm
man.
so good.
You ready for the weekend?
Yes.
Good.
Joseph's having surgery.
Joseph is he's got to have his neck fused together.
He's fusing his neck.
He's fusing his neck. He's
Old
got to have
football.
both necks fused together.
Yeah,
That's good.
all
Boy,
of
it's a
them.
weekend. This is going to be a weekend show. I'm going to tell you some things that are probably going to piss you off because that's what I do today or on this show. But I'm especially going to do it today because I was thinking about a couple of different things. And, I'm a little bit miffed. I'm disappointed, and I'll tell you why in a little while. But now that America is opening back up, it doesn't mean everything's okay. I still encourage you guys, wash your hands. If you have to social distance, do all that stuff. But here's the big deal. I want you to take Field of Greens by Brickhouse Nutrition every single day. One scoop. It's got a full serving of real USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables, which is going to boost your energy. It's going to support a healthy immune system. Plus, a diet of fruits and vegetables can reduce your risk of heart disease, hypertension, and a whole host of health issues that are out there. Man, I'm telling you, the biggest drug you can take is what you put in your mouth with food and nutrition. And we don't do that very well. But Field of Greens, it's prebiotic, it's probiotic, it's a great source of vitamins, fiber, and other nutrients. You just put a scoop in a glass of water, stir it up, drink it, and you're done. Right now, I'm going to save you 15% off your first order with the offer code CHAD at brickhousechad.com. Brickhousechad.com. Subscribe today. Save an extra 10% every month when you... And you can't control the world around you. You can't do it, Natalie. You just can't do it. But you can control what you put in your body and give your body a fighting chance. So try Field of Greens today. BrickHouseChad.com and use offer code CHAD. We'll be right back. Black Lives Matter.
Are you claiming it?
Black Lives Matter.
Claiming it.
Red lives matter. Yellow lives matter. White lives matter. Brown lives matter. Lives matter, okay? All lives matter. I don't care if you come at me with whatever your crap is. I'm telling you, all lives matter. And that's not to say that black lives don't matter or that any life matters over another life. Unborn lives matter.
Not to some people.
Police lives matter. I'm telling them they matter, whether they think it or not. First responder lives matter. People's lives matter. They matter. They matter. They matter.
Yep.
I'm so sick of this nonsense. I'm sick of I'm sitting there. I'm blah blah blah. I'm at the restaurant, the bar, whatever. The other day, football games on the TV over my head, and what is it? End racism
I
right
saw
there.
that.
You know, you see it in every end zone, in every football, the NFL. End racism. Well, I'm sure that's going to do it. I mean, these guys are out there wiping each other's heads across, smearing their bodies across the ground, getting their heads knocked off, and end racism. Okay, that's why we're tuning in, right, to end racism. I'll tell you how to end racism. Don't be a racist.
That's right.
Have you ever listened to like football games, like when they're mic'd up and hear what they have to say to each other?
Yeah,
they are racist, every one of them.
It ain't.
Promise you.
Yeah, they got some choice words, but no, man, I'm sick of this whole thing. This social justice pandering crap. And if you don't do it, you know, I saw one video the other day of this mob that stopped a car and the guy rolled down his window. God only knows why. But they started demanding that he say Black Lives Matter. Say Black Lives Matter. Say Black Lives Matter. Oh, shut up. Let me show you my 45. You don't get out of the way of my car. No, you're not attacking me. You're not mobbing up on me. And but LeBron James, all right?
Okay.
LeBron James says, LeBron says, Black Lives Matter isn't a movement, it's a lifestyle. If you're black, it's a lifestyle. Okay. Now, it is a movement. It has raised $1 billion in 7 years. And Bron is a puppet to China. And here's where I'm disappointed. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm building a case here. I'm gonna go back. 2016. Y'all walk with me. Talk with me. Where Michael Jordan. Sorry, I almost said Michael Jackson. I thought we still had Ricky Rebel on the show. But he said, "Let me get my little reading glasses on." I like Michael Jordan. I've always liked Michael Jordan, but I'm disappointed in him. He said, over the past 3 decades, I've seen up close the dedication. This is 2016 now. Law enforcement officers who protect me and my family. I have the greatest respect for their sacrifice and service. I also recognize that for many people of color, their experiences with law enforcement have been different than mine. I've decided to speak out and hope that we can come together as Americans. And then he goes on and he says, I'm going to support that effort. I'm going to make contributions of $1 million each to 2 organizations. One, the International Association of Chiefs of Police, newly established Institute for Community Police Relations, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. All right, so that was 2016. He gave $1 million to each place. Fast forward to today. He is donating $100 million over the next 10 years, the Jordan brand. He is donating $100 million. Guess to who?
BLM.
There you go. Well, social justice causes. That's the official thing. Social justice causes. Now, Michael Jordan and LeBron James have made a lot of money off of Nike. Nike, of course, utilizes Chinese labor. China is a human rights violator. I got some suggestions. First things first. Why don't you take $100 million and build you a tennis shoe, a basketball shoe plant in Baltimore? And let's employ some black lives that matter. All right? Let's give some of them some jobs. Rather than social justice, why don't we get over the systemic nonsense of the black community from the top to the bottom, and you guys know the problems that are in your community, and rather than deal with that, you want white people in a billion-dollar organization to speak out for you, because let's face it, that's what BLM is, rather than taking the bull by the horns, so to speak, and making your own communities better. Now, you know from top to bottom the systemic problems in the black community, from fatherlessness to abortion to the poverty that's there, the welfare dependence that's there. I'm just being honest today. I'm being dead level honest. Come at me. You can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong on this. The problem is from the top to the bottom, but yet you got LeBron James, who's going to blame this, he's going to blame everything on Black Lives Matter as a lifestyle. Yeah, there is a lifestyle. Let's get rid of systemic thuggishness. Let's get rid of systemic resisting arrest. Let's get rid of systemic fighting authority. Let's get rid of all of those things. Let's get rid of systemic fatherlessness. I've mentioned that. It's a bad, bad deal when 75% of black families don't have a father. Homes don't have a father in them.
Black on black crime.
Black on black crime is systemic.
Mm-hmm.
We've used Chicago. We've used Baltimore. We used New Orleans. We've used St. Louis. We've used L.A. I mean, all of these places, right? That's what's systemic. So why don't you take your $100 million, Michael Jordan, and rather than supporting, let's pull it away from the Chinese. Let's pull your business away from the Chinese, LeBron, and let's establish some facilities and plants, some businesses, some corporations to make a better freaking shoe
That
than
sounds
what
like
they're
get on,
making using child
American
labor.
made.
Let's do that.
Right here.
You should tweet them right now. Send it to them. Tell them what to do.
Well, I'm doing a show. The
No, right now. Hit
that
pause.
would be
Everybody
some,
be
that
okay
would be
with
some
that.
radio silence.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, I'm calling you out. You got $100 million. You got $100 million, LeBron James. LeBron James, what are you doing for the black community? What are you doing for the black community?
And
Don't just
Michael
speak
Jordan,
out.
right?
And Michael Jordan.
$100
But
million.
don't sit there and blame the lifestyle. Don't Black Lives Matter and blame the police and all that. No. Let's go to work.
Create jobs.
Let's create jobs. Let's create a new life. $100 million. You know what you can do with $100 million? My gosh, do you know what you could do with $100 million? I'm behind that. I'm supporting. I want to help Black Lives Matter. Not the movement, but I want to help make Black Lives Matter. I want people who feel impoverished to come out of poverty. But see, poverty isn't giving them money. Or anybody else. Anybody that's impoverished, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. That's a spirit. That's a mentality. That's in your heart right here. I can't stand a poverty mentality. I've fought that my entire life. You want to be successful, you better learn how to think successful. You want to be financially well off, you better, even when I was broke as a joke, I didn't tell people, well, I can't afford that. Those words never came out of my mouth. Even when I was broke. Those words.
Me either. That's why I got credit card debt.
They never. Now, I don't mean I spent the money I didn't have, but those words never came out of my mouth because I've never had a poverty mindset. Never did. I never knew my father. I know, looking back now, my late father, he worked his ass off to build a company. And I realize now that there were times in our lives when there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot. But I never knew that as a child. I didn't realize that. I never went without. Because my father didn't bitch and complain about we don't have this and we don't have that and we don't have this and we don't have that. I never heard all of that stuff. So that whole idea of it just wasn't part of me. You know what I mean?
Well, and I like your idea. I love your idea because I can promise you that hashtag end racism in an end zone is not going to end racism. It's
Not
just
ending
not.
racism.
You're not going to change the heart of a true racist.
They don't want
Never.
to end.
Nope.
They don't want to end racism. Too
No,
much
it's
money
big
in it.
business. Remember what I said? We talked about this last week. Outrage Inc., Derek Hunter's book. Outrage is big business. Chaos is big business. They're going to keep funding it. Listen, you want me to prove you right? Prove myself right. I'm going to prove myself right here. Nobody can come at me with any argument that's going to change this. You can't put Al Sharpton out of business. You can't put Jesse Jackson out of business. You can't put those guys out of business. Why? Because they will continue to fuel it. If you get to a point, like right now, we have in Fortune 500 companies, you have black CEOs. Mm-hmm. We have elected a black man to the presidency of the United States twice, okay? A guy that identifies as black, a guy that looks black. Regardless if his mother was white, doesn't matter. He looks black. Mm-hmm. So that being said, a man who claims to be black, we put him in the highest office on the planet twice, all right? So to tell me that there's no equality, you want equality, LeBron? Here's equality. Every player in the NBA makes, let's say, $1 million a year, period. Salary cap it, baby. Or just put a base salary on it and then bonus them based on performance. How about that? Bonus them based on performance. So you don't get some $400 million contract. No, you make $1 million a year. You make $5 million a year. But let's put a cap on it. Mm-hmm. And if you want to make more, based on performance, you want equality, right? And then I'll tell you another thing. Let's make the teams diverse so that they represent equality. Mm-hmm. Okay, that means you got to put some Japanese people on the team. Mm-hmm. You got to put some Asians on there. You got to put some white folks on there. You got to put some Native Americans on there. No, we want equality. No, because see, y'all live in a performance-based society. Y'all live in a performance-based sports culture. Guess what? The rest of society is performance-based as well. Now, get your education. Stay in school. You're like, well, we don't have the opportunities you have in the white community. No, you have systemic issues that you refuse to deal with in your community. You refuse to deal with them. You're going to spend $100 million to give the money to a white organization called Black Lives Matter, who's going to fund a Democrat. And you guys, and when I say a Democrat, I'm talking about Joseph Benedictine, whatever his weird-ass middle name is, Biden. What is his middle name? It's some kind of weird-ass.
Benedictine.
No, it's not, but it's weird. Something about that bad. Josephine or something. What is it, Candace? Robinette. Joseph Robinette Biden. Beat the shit out of Corn Pop. Mm-hmm. Threatened to.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't know his middle name either.
BLM is going to support guys like Joe Biden, the pastiest ass white dude on the planet who panders to black people and is a racist. All you got to do is look at what he says. Well, black kids or poor kids are just as smart as white kids. That's racist.
If you don't vote for me,
you ain't black.
You ain't black. That's racist.
That's racist.
It's a racist comment.
So fix your community. Let's fix your community. So then we can get somewhere. Fortune 500 companies, I was going to make this point a second ago. They have executive level positions, chief executive officers that are for equality, chief equality officers. We have that in America now, in Fortune 500 companies. Mm-hmm. All right. If you haven't noticed, your hair looks terrible. It's falling out. It's not looking full like it used to. Yeah,
thanks.
Losing your hair is no fun. It sucks. So let's talk about some options. You can go to your doctor for hair loss treatment prescriptions, and then when you get to the pharmacy, your jaw's going to drop because it's expensive, and you're doing all of this stuff just to avoid going bald. Come on, guys. Vanity's expensive. Trust me, I know. You can try Keeps, however, from the comfort of your home. You don't even have to leave the house. You're going to get the same doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair loss treatment, but the difference is Keeps is going to offer you the generic versions of that medication for about half the cost. And one more thing you're going to love about Keeps, it's all online. Answer a few questions. Snap a few pictures of your hair. A licensed doctor is going to take a look, review your info, and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then it's shipped directly to your door. So why make unnecessary trips to the doctor and go to the drugstore and spend all your money when you can do it all from home? Let me get you started. I want you to go to keeps.com/loss. It's going to give you a 50% off of your first order of Keeps hair loss treatments. That's keeps.com/loss. Get started 50% off. Keeps.com/loss. BlazeTV.com/loss. Be right back. Black Lives Matter is an organization of white men using the faces of dead black people to raise millions of dollars towards electing white Democrats into positions of power. It is the most flagrantly racist organization in America. Candace Owens.
Whew.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. New Democrats just like old Democrats. Party of the KKK. You ever find out what they do at a KKK meeting?
I didn't. I forgot to YouTube it.
Nobody even cares.
Well,
we were watching the episode the other night, and Tony Powell was like, "What do they do at a KKK meeting?"
Yeah.
we don't know.
They just all meet, go, "You still racist? Yeah. You still racist?
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you still white power?
Yeah.
Speaking of white power, no, that's black power. Let me show you.
Oh, sorry.
You remember what they say? The white power sign.
What is the white power sign?
Well, they say it's that right there, doing that whole deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which is not. You know why they say that? They say this is the W, and this is the P, white power, which is stupid.
Oh.
And that's when people are playing the game, doing the whole thing.
Okay.
But let me just show you. Where's our boy Bryson Gray? Look at this picture right here. See if you can blow it up. I don't know if you can see that. That's a picture of
it went
disappeared.
away.
There it is. See if you can see it.
Oh,
There's Joe Biden doing the white power sign. There it is, America.
Oh gosh.
There you go. That's the guy BLM is putting in. Of course he's not, but that's just the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen. Speaking of Candace Owens, Candace accused Amazon of damaging her new book. She sent him a letter, a strongly worded letter. As you know, Candace's new book, Blackout, is on the bestseller list. A great book. And she said that about 1,000 people had written to let her know that Amazon employees appear to be stomping on, and in this case, smearing Vaseline on my books before mailing them. Now, you can see the pictures there if you're watching the show. There is the smears on the book Blackout by Candace Owens. She said, "I know it must have pained you to ship out all 90,000 copies you had in stock, but this is unacceptable." She followed up, she said, "The pettiness will do nothing to thwart sales. Let's try to get the next 100,000 I plan to sell out of your warehouse treated with a bit more respect by the loony lefties packing the product, please." Amazon did not respond. I wouldn't mess with Candace Owens.
So they didn't even respond?
Well,
No investigation. No, hey, we got one lunatic in our packing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
nothing.
But I mean, when you got 1,000 people who have messaged you saying, "My book, something's been done to my book here," that's a lot of people.
And that's a lot of Vaseline.
I'd like to just sell 1,000 books.
Yeah.
She sold 90,000 from Amazon alone.
I don't think you go after Candace Owens. Ask Cardi B.
No,
it's not worth it.
You see what happens? You go after Queen Candace and you wind up divorced. That's what happens 1 week later.
Probably
really
one of the
did
smartest
happen.
people on the planet.
No,
isn't
there's
she?
no question about it. The girl is just
Sharp.
I was with her over the weekend, and I was like, "Candace, we used to be friends, but I can't be your friend no more. I'm scared of you." She's so sharp, man. She'll cut you. She'll cut you. Women are leaning on female friendships to mourn RBG. Kate Kelly, 39 years old, saw a text come through in Skulking Ladies, an ongoing group message with 5 of her closest female friends. "I'm sobbing," it read. It was Friday night, and Kelly, an attorney and activist, hadn't seen the news yet. She texted back, "Are you okay? What do you need? Why are you sobbing?" Then came the next text, "RBG." Kelly immediately started crying. The news confirmed her fears. Ugh.
I mean, did they not see this coming?
It's hard to read.
Like, I get it if you're sad, but shocked? Really? Chad thought she's been dead for 5 months.
At least a year.
Oh, sorry, at least a year.
The death of Ginsburg, and icon who spent her career championing women's rights, that's abortion, felt to Kelly and her friends like a personal loss. Forget the fact that RBG wouldn't have pissed in your ear if your brain was on fire. Women expressed a similar onslaught of grief. For some, it was immediate fear about what might happen to Roe v. Wade, same-sex marriage, or birth control access if a conservative justice replaces Ginsburg's seat. Because let's all be aware that RBG is like Santa Claus, but for birth control. She'll deliver it to your house and to your house, Candice, and all of you ladies around the world get the RBG ferry to come and drop off your birth control. Oh, boy. If a conservative justice replaces Ginsburg's seat, all of that is out the window. For others, it came from losing a feminist symbol. And for many, turning to other women felt like the natural thing to do. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Oh. It was odd to be living through this historical event that you know is going to have this lifetime impact on what's happening to you and the people you love in real time, Kelly says. She felt lucky to be at home with her girlfriend, but she also felt lucky to have skulking ladies, which was blowing up with messages, everyone wondering what was going to happen. What were they going to do? Kelly had dressed up as Ginsburg for Halloween a couple of years ago, so she sent photos of the costume to the group. As Kelly puts it, we were just kind of getting each other through it. Y'all are dumber than shit. Sharing a common identity and lived experience is part of what sets female friendships apart in moments of grief, according to Marissa G. Franco, a psychologist and friendship expert. I need some friendship experts.
Sounds like they were worshiping her.
Yeah. I mean,
basically.
Yeah,
everybody's got a doily around their
like
neck.
a messiah.
When it comes to losing someone like Ginsburg, she says some people may feel like they're losing part of their own identity, perhaps the part of them that saw a role model in her, or the part that advocates for women's rights. And when we're grieving, we just want emotional support. Other women are feeling with us just by default, whereas men might have a different attachment to the issue. Yeah.
None.
You think?
Mr. Prather,
Yeah.
did Ginsburg support late-term abortions?
Yes.
Late term.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we're clear.
I sent you a meme last night that was pretty funny.
Yeah. That was the case for Shoshana Gould, a 29-year-old developer. Steve, thanks for the inside joke, Steve.
Yeah, sorry. Y'all can't see it.
On Friday, she received texts from several family members and friends, and everyone who texted her was a woman, save for her dad, who really knows how much RBG means to me and just, well, gets it. Oh, so many implications for women's lives, whether it's Kavanaugh hearing or Trump getting elected or even something like the Brock Turner case. It's become so personal we can see ourselves as this collective group of women-identifying people who are all of a sudden scared. Are you scared?
I'm not.
No, I don't think they're really scared either. How did we raise such a generation of weak people?
I don't know.
It's insane.
I'm going to go back to saying this is not breaking news. And nor do I know. I really don't know what Ginsburg has done in the last 12 months. That all of a sudden they feel, oh, the world is upside down.
She said she couldn't get this one girl, Meg McGuire, 23 years old. She's worried about it. She talked to her buddy, her guy friend. He said, well, it's not like it's going to be The Handmaid's Tale or anything. So he doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't get it.
He doesn't understand our pain. Hey, what does COVID-19 have to do with losing your home? Well, a lot. FBI has reported that since the virus struck, cybercrime's been up 75%. But it gets worse. The legal title to all your homes, and all of our homes are online right now. The crime is called home title theft, and it's everywhere. Cyber criminals find the title to your home. They find it online on the internet. It's right there. They forge your signature on a quitclaim deed, and they refile as a new owner of your home. You're off the title. They're going to destroy you by taking out loans against your home and steal the cash and stick you with the payments. Now, you might not even know it until you get a late payment or a foreclosure notice. Home Title Lock is going to protect your home's legal title. Your home, it's your most valuable asset. It's your safe haven. So Home Title Lock is going to put a virtual barrier around your home's title. And the instant they detect any tampering, they're going to work to shut that down. First things first, I want you to go to HometitleLock.com, register your address, see if you're already a victim. Then use code CHAD. They'll give you 30 free days of protection. That's code CHAD at HometitleLock.com. There's some dumb people on the planet. We've already established that. I think this show just kind of revolves around the idea of the stupid things that people do. There was an Iowa teacher that was put on leave after doing an assignment called Pretend You Are a Slave. Oh,
Do y'all hate
boy.
that? Do y'all really? I'm not bothered by that.
I'm not bothered by it either. That's not the issue. The issue is who's dumb enough to do that in today's
Today,
deal.
yeah. Because I feel like that may have been one of my projects when I was in grade school,
Right.
and I hadn't thought twice about it. It was to educate.
Yeah, but see, then you'd have to have somebody pretend you're a slave master, and then it gets itchy.
Well, she said, think very carefully, very, very carefully about what your life would be like as a slave in 1865. You can't read or write. You have never been off the plantation you work on. What would you do when you hear the news you are free? What factors would play into the decision you make? That's what the assignment was. One high school parent said her daughter was so upset about the assignment she couldn't bring herself to complete it. That's because that little kid was lazy.
Yeah.
Y'all got to beat that ass. She just
And
didn't.
then should claim I can't do the assignment because I can't read and write.
Well, I can't. That was my next comment. She's like, Mom, this makes me so uncomfortable. She just starts tearing up, and I was like, no, listen, you don't have to be ashamed of who you are. You are beautiful for who you are. Don't let not one soul make you uncomfortable for who you are. I think that's kind of the point of the assignment, right?
Well, I think it is. I think you use an assignment like that to give you a perspective outside of your normal perspective on life.
That's the way I received it.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody's so sensitive.
Well, they're so sensitive, and I think what this teacher was doing is trying to make people realize, trying to get them to associate with the plight.
Wrap your head around it.
Yeah. And so, obviously, you can't do anything right. That's why I was saying in the first segment, they keep moving the goalposts.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you do, no matter what you try to do to make Black Lives Matter, even dealing with sensitive topics, and I'll get people, I get called a racist every day, and I'll prove it. What am I withholding from anybody? I'm not withholding anything from anybody on the basis of their skin color. But you're going to keep moving the goalposts. Anything we try to do, anything anybody tries to do, and I don't mean we, I mean collectively, we all on the planet try to do.
Well, in most cases, by most beliefs, you're racist just because you were born white.
It's because you're white.
Did y'all do in health class, like your sophomore year, the boiled egg that you had to treat like a baby for a whole week?
No, I didn't do that.
Y'all didn't do that. So that was.
Did you eat your baby?
I did not eat my baby. But I wonder if now.
I'm familiar with the assignment.
You are. So we really did do that. And if you cracked it,
yeah.
I wonder if they even do that now, or if kids are like,
now they got mechanical
babies.
robot
Yeah.
babies.
Well, now they're like, I don't have it because I had an abortion. So because if they lost the baby now, I mean, there's so many things that could happen now that are just, now you can just get 100 on the assignment.
So my daughters, they had a little mechanical. I feel like Glenn Beck yawning in the microphone.
Are we boring you?
Yeah. It's just people are just crazy. I don't know.
Wait, mechanical
She had a
baby.
little mechanical baby. It would cry in the middle of the night and stuff.
Oh gosh.
And it would wake her up. And she was like, I want to smother this baby.
It's going to be on Candace as a child abuse story.
I'm like, I told my daughter, I was like, well, let that be the lesson. That's
True.
what they want you to learn is you don't do that until you're ready.
When I was in school, the girls carried around a 10-pound bag of flour. And
really?
that with a diaper
the girls?
on it.
Why the girls?
Because girls have babies.
That's the girls' job.
That's right.
You know my favorite thing for a woman to wear? An apron.
Listen, I got the egg from my teacher and put it on my desk and cracked it. Like, not even 10 seconds and I broke my baby.
Wow.
So I did not do well on my assignment.
Were you depressed? Did you cry? Did
I
you
didn't.
tear up? Did you call your skulking ladies? And did
They
you
weren't
text the
around.
skulking ladies to find out what they would do in such a crisis?
They weren't around.
You mean to tell me Ruth Bader Ginsburg didn't come in to dry your eyes?
She didn't make it to that class.
The Ginsburg Ferry. Oh,
She didn't make it to Conroe High School.
Here's what scares me about some of these reenactment things, right? Roaring 20s, cops and robbers reenactment at a Kansas museum got too real when one of the performers was hit with an actual bullet.
Committed to the performance.
Friday night, coppers raiding the bootleggers reenactment at the old Cowtown Museum in Wichita, which was supposed to use blanks, instead left one identified participant with a real wound to the upper body, the Wichita Eagle reported. This is definitely a unique situation, one that is a first for me, Wichita Police Lieutenant Chris Marceau told the outlet. When officers arrived, it was kind of a little bit chaotic because of the large amount of people that were involved in the reenactment. 24-year-old victim was taken to a local hospital shortly after 9:05 p.m. shooting and is expected to recover. Cops say they believe it was an accident.
You hear about that happening on movie sets.
Well, yeah, it happened to Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I don't think you should
Your mic's
reenact.
muted.
It's on now.
Your mic's muted.
No, it's not.
Gosh,
it's on.
Steve.
Say it again.
I was just. You shouldn't reenact.
Mic's
like,
muted, Steve.
gunfights. No, it's not. It's on. Everybody can hear me.
Say it again.
Nope.
Your
Not
mic's
going to.
muted, Steve.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Don't play with guns.
Don't play with guns. But see, that's what I'm
Gosh.
afraid of, is they're going to be loading the blanks and one of those 45s fell in the pot right there,
Oops.
you know.
Oops.
I'm going to gun range today.
I know someone else going.
Yeah, I'm not going to shoot some blanks. Speaking of which, how's that vasectomy holding up? You never know when that one bullet's going to get through. A wild brawl broke out between customers and workers at a Waffle House. That means they were drunk. I love it when Kid Rock, he was in court years ago, and they asked him if he was inebriated or intoxicated when that fight broke out at Waffle House that he was involved in. He said, nobody's ever been to a Waffle House that wasn't drunk.
That was his response to the judge?
To the judge, yeah. I never been in a Waffle House when I wasn't intoxicated.
I hope the judge giggled.
But apparently the patron's phone was withheld behind the counter. So somebody that works there, they snatched a diner's phone. Ring that one up so we can pay for that one, and then you can put up that phone when the woman can be heard shouting. Another member of the party chimes in, "Can I please get my GD phone? Somebody." Then he climbs behind the counter in an apparent bid to retrieve the device is restrained by two of the employees, a video shows. The man is seen repeatedly striking one of the workers as two of the other members of the group jump into the fray behind the counter. One of the women tries to wrestle the phone. I can't with it.
What?
I tried to wrestle the phone out of another employee's hand as her wig gets knocked off and her top becomes exposed. Boobies! We got to go. We've got Coke. Give us our phone, the woman can be heard saying. It's unclear why the phone was being held.
We've got Coke?
You can always count on Waffle House, wrote the Twitter user who shared the clip, which had nearly 1 million views. Oh, boy.
We've got Coke.
We've got Coke.
I had to look it up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Did y'all see the video of, I think it was in a McDonald's, where this girl, she's wearing a tube top and these little shorty shorts, and one of the employees comes out who's probably about 300 pounds, and she's a big old, about 6'5" black woman. And she throws a shake at her like that, and she just proceeds to treat her like a rag doll. I mean, she beat that girl half to death. I mean, the fabulous moolah came out from behind the counter and beat that girl's ass. I mean, just slung her around.
That's like a
by
Bon
the hair, and her
Qui
titty
segment.
was flopping out. And I mean, you girls, man, if y'all gonna get in a fight, y'all need to have stop with the wardrobe malfunctions. If you're gonna get in a fight, have something where you
She
can actually.
did that on purpose.
You can fight, and you don't have to keep trying to put your boobs back in.
That's on
the
purpose.
one thing when two girls start fighting. That's what all the guys are hoping. They're
Yeah,
watching.
I know. Boy, got extensions
sick.
in your hand.
Yeah.
And you got your shorts down around your knees, and you can't fight for trying to cover up your unmentionables.
Well, because girls fight dirty. There
Girls
really
do.
are no rules. There are.
Tell me I know. I've had my ass beat by a few of them. You crazy fool! Come over here, I'm gonna whip that ass.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Nails, hair,
Man,
eyes.
girl. I'm going to gun range. Y'all hang tight. We'll be right back. Next week ought to be fun. We're going to Kansas City. Going to be Kansas City October 2nd and 3rd, and then the 4th and 5th, and I think the 6th. No, the 4th and 5th.
Come home on the 6th.
Going to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Our good buddy Chad Zumach's coming up from Florida. He's going to be opening for me. We're headed up that way. Me, Steve, and Kyle will be there in town having some laughs. Go to watchchad.com where all the fun stuff is and get your tickets. Come on, hang out with us. And then Utah. We're going to be in Jordan's Landing, which is up around the Ogden area, north of Salt Lake City. We're going to be there the following week. My buddy Doug Billings, we're going to see him in Kansas City. Doug Billings has a show on YouTube. I encourage you to go subscribe to it. Great political commentary. It's called The Right Side with Doug Billings. I'm on there from time to time, at least a time or two a month, and was just on there this last week discussing the dilemma that is RBG and her demise, her passing, not demise, but she passed. So go follow him. Do him a solid and follow him on. If you fact packers, he'll be happy to see Doug Billings, The Right Side. Go over there and just hit subscribe on his deal. Check him out. Pretty good commentary. Anyway, you got big plans for the weekend?
Yes.
Yes.
Big.
Really? Mm-hmm. Anything you can share?
Yeah, I'm doctoring Joseph back.
Oh, he got his
I'm
neck
gonna take care of my
fused.
man.
Got his neck fused. God bless
Yeah.
him. When you say take care of it,
It says in the paperwork, no sex
no sex.
for like a while because you can jiggle all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Sounds like a challenge.
I can't tell you what Joseph had.
Put that boy in traction and go to work.
He had a response for it.
I bet he
You
did.
can take care of other things. so.
Oh, what? Well, party time, Mom. Stay horned.
We're married.
Yeah, I know, but I'm blushing. I want to call the skulking ladies and see how they feel about it. The skulking ladies. Oh, my gosh.
Goodness.
Party foul Steve. Party foul Steve. Did y'all ever decide on what you're doing this weekend?
Yes, we have. I'm not going to discuss it because when I do, then other people want to
Show up?
show up.
I'm going.
You can't ever tell specifics.
I'm going.
No specifics.
You can't ever tell specifics. So, yeah. He's getting his neck fused, too.
Why didn't you invite me? And
Getting his neck fused.
Sorry.
Do me a favor, guys. Go to watchchad.com. Watchchad.com. It is where all the fun stuff is. Find us out on the road. And get the greatest country comedy album. It's not even country, but the greatest comedy album that's out there right now. 8 original songs called Y'all Shut Up. And also be sure to check out a new song we've got out online called Back the Blue. You're going to love it. You're going to like it.
And your T-shirts are a big hit right now, too. I wore your unapologetic patriot.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't have no idea what you're talking about. No
Oh,
idea
no, you
what
don't.
You're talking about. No, not a clue.
Delete.
Not a clue. Delete. Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus.
Sorry, Candace.
Candace, the queen of the Ethiopians and the puppet master Mark, has driven us into the nether regions of all things darkness. We love you. God bless. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.